didn't. I'm sorry, y'all.
Um,
A lot just happened. Good morning.
Good morning, good people. We here. Welcome to another episode, a chaotic episode of the Love Brew podcast. I'm your host, Tommy T.
What would it be without chaos and confusion?
It'd be just a regular show. Just a regular show, man. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Norette.
Good morning, y'all.
Um,
Happy Saturday.
happy.
I'm Artika.
Yeah, that's
say that.
Artika. She's the other host.
All right. It's awkward.
Lily is abusing Minnie right now.
What do you mean?
She's stuffing her in a camera bag.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Best wishes to Minnie.
Right. This episode, we have a lot to talk about, but not really. Because I struggled this week to figure out what are we going to talk about. Because it's the week before Thanksgiving. And not a lot of things happen before Thanksgiving. Like, people start to, like, it's like, it's like one of those things that, like, people start to shut down. Like, if you run a race and you, like, coming up to you passing the finish line and start to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like.
I thought people turned it up to cross the finish line.
I said you cross the finish line.
Oh, once you cross
shut
it.
it down.
Oh. Yes, I am cooking.
Absolutely.
We spent far too much money yesterday.
Wait, on seasonings.
Let me just tell y'all.
On ingredients.
I'm getting upset because I keep seeing these ads that are like cook Thanksgiving dollars for $5 per person. I was like, you a $5 per person lie.
Cook Thanksgiving dollars.
Dinner.
Oh.
For $5
Did you see
per person.
I see the commercial with Sam's be like $10 a person, $100 meal or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving, man. I was like, I bet you that it probably doesn't taste soulful at all.
What?
Because you can taste the love in food.
Well,
sometimes.
let's just first off think about the history of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I get
it was not a lot of soul.
It wasn't
in it.
It wasn't. But by the time it got to us, it's full of soul.
Yeah.
Something
that I wish I could have taken part in, but I bought the candy like 2 weeks too early, was if you spent a certain amount of money at BJ's, they give you a free turkey for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But honestly and truly, the things that people tell you about the cost of a turkey, it's like, just don't buy it at full price.
We need to go sit in them stools
or something.
We need to sit in the stools just so but you know where they will be?
What?
Right between us.
Yep. I forgot my train of thought.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
God.
You was talking about buying candy at BJ's.
I bought Halloween candy for trunk or treat at BJ's, and I also bought a watch. So those two things would have qualified me. Actually, the watch by itself would have qualified me for a free turkey had I waited 2 weeks to buy my watch.
Yeah.
But I was like, whatever. I think I got a really good deal on our turkey. It was like $7 for a 15-pounder.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna complain. Turn that down, please. Turn that down.
Not you.
But then, like, we spent an excessive amount of money yesterday on just seasonings.
Yeah. I was so ready to get back home.
Well, it wasn't just seasonings. Like, we went to the DeKalb Farmers Market. Not sure how many of you guys are familiar with the DeKalb Farmers Market here in Atlanta, but it is a place. Like, it is a time.
Yeah.
And we went in there and we kind of re-upped on our regular, like, onion powder, garlic powder, all those things. And then we needed a few additional, like, fruits and veggies for like Tommy's brine and the actual dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So while we were in there looking at those things or grabbing those things, one lady was over there talking to her mama about some spices, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try that. That's an extra $2. Then Tommy was like, get some peppercorn. That's another $2. It was just like as we kept adding $2
Yeah.
into the cart, it was like every season that we bought was between $2 and $4.
Man, do you know the song? What's the song? Dude, be like, "This my last $2." It's a
Yeah,
blues
Johnny
song.
Taylor.
Yeah. Why we don't have music like that no more? That's what my mind went.
Because nobody wants to admit that they broke.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the problem.
Because everybody broke.
But nobody wants to admit that they're broke.
Man, I'll tell you in a second, man. I ain't got
Especially not after a trip to the farmer's
it.
market.
No,
Like we went to the
man.
farmer's market. Then we had to replace our food processor because somebody broke it.
Somebody broke it. I had to say it too, so nobody suspected I broke it.
Okay. Whatever. Somebody broke the food processor. And so we replaced the food processor. And then we also had to go to the actual grocery store to get a few things. But man, by
How
the time
long?
we got done.
How long is too long for Thanksgiving dinner?
What do you mean?
Like, at what point do you be like, all right, this is long enough? Because I eat Thanksgiving dinner into December.
Oh
Like,
no. No. Well, it depends on what day Thanksgiving falls
okay,
on.
so I would like uh we going to a sneaker ball in December. I would be eating turkey then.
No.
Good morning, cousin. That's too
Absolutely
long.
not.
That's a what's that? A
That's
week?
that's almost 2 weeks.
No, it's not.
Look at your calendar.
No, like so Thanksgiving is Thursday. This coming Thursday. The sneaker ball is the next Saturday after that.
Carry the additional 3 days
It's
feels like almost 2
it
weeks.
feels like, but it's not 2 weeks.
Whatever.
10 days.
10 days is too long.
Okay. So when you stop?
I need this stuff wrapped up and gone by Sunday.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You don't even make it to work?
I don't go to work.
I'm just saying, like, Monday starts the work day. Like, you at least got to take a plate Monday.
No. I usually eat turkey on that day, and on Sunday, that's it. See, let's start out first. I never grew up eating turkey.
Thanksgiving was the only time we had turkey.
And we either had chicken and dressing or Cornish hens and dressing.
We didn't have dressing until Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh, my mama would just make a pan of dressing.
Yeah, like they would do that in school, and I'd be like, "Why are we eating dressing right now? It's not Thanksgiving. It's not Christmas."
My mama would just make a pan of dressing. But no, I am not. Ply says you got 3 to 4 days tops on holiday leftovers and wrap it up. Y'all know Plies is my spirit animal. Like, he is just a big ball of confusion, and I love it.
The funny part is he is known as a comedian and not a rapper today.
I wouldn't call him a comedian, but I can see where you're going with it. I really enjoy Plies, and it's been some years that I've been enjoying Plies.
Funny thing, y'all know I've been working on my transitions and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been getting better, but I do have some mistakes. But this will be a perfect time for me to talk about old and new with the Tyson and Jake Paul fight, because we didn't get a chance to talk about that. But we're gonna continue on talking about our week, and just know that I'm gonna get back to it.
Oh, okay. Yes, Plies is chaotic, and I love it. He is just confusion and chaos personified.
He's not, though. He just says what we're thinking in his way.
First off, if Plies has a 3-minute video, the first 90 seconds of it is just gonna be him giggling. That's it.
That's it.
You be like, get to the point. What is his name? Algernon? Ain't that his name?
I don't know, man.
Look, now I'm finna look
what
it
was
up.
we talking about Thanksgiving, man? So yeah, we're cooking.
Yeah, Algernon.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's all you got.
I wanted to know what his name was. I just asked it. You heard me.
So we're cooking. I plan to eat turkey until there's no turkey left. And then no, what the plan was, I was gonna say we eat turkey Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then make a pot pie on Sunday.
The way you be going back in there to get turkey, though, it ain't gonna be none left for a pot pie.
It might be. Make a pot pie on Sunday and be able to.
Man, hopefully them pie crusts be on sale.
Eat the rest of it. They on sale now.
I don't know. I ain't about one.
Can you make a pie crust?
Yeah, you can.
Anyway.
You talking about me personally?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
No.
I've never done it, but it is possible.
Speaking of making a pie crust, um had this thought as I was using the bathroom. What makes people smart?
I don't know.
Like, you know how you be like, man, my kid is smart. But what really makes them smart?
I guess what most people consider smart, because we hear that a lot with Quad and his speech,
Yeah,
is hitting milestones
yeah.
that you expect for a person to hit later,
Oh
as
yeah,
far as children are
yeah,
concerned. Um, being able to think beyond what's, as your mama would say, in front of you.
yeah.
Um, it's also put into that. Now, as adults, I don't know, because I think that there are different areas of living and life that you have to
Mentally.
assess
Yeah,
for a person to be quote unquote smart.
yeah,
Because we also always put an adjective in front of smart when we're talking about an adult.
yeah,
Street smart, business smart,
yeah.
like
But does that make?
book smart.
But because I've been called book smart. Nobody has ever called me street smart.
Because you're not.
I don't feel like I need to be.
I didn't say you did. I just said you're not.
But
I am not either. But like, it's not a dig at
right,
you.
right. I don't take it as a
But
dig.
it's just like you're not. It's okay.
But like the funny part or the the thought process that I had was, so if I'm smart, I consider
I'm
myself to
just not
be,
comfortable.
yes, I just sit up. I'm smart and I consider myself to be a smart person, but there's things I don't know how to do. Doesn't necessarily make me dumb, but because I always think there's nothing I can't do if there's instructions,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So I consider myself to be very smart or intelligent enough. And there's a difference between the two. Um,
There's a quote that is coming to mind. I have to see if I can find it.
uh, but I thought about that because I was like, man, I consider my kids to be pretty smart, but it's things that they struggle with. And I'm like, does the struggle makes them dumb, or it's the struggle because I didn't have to struggle? I didn't struggle a lot in school.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Sit up. I gotta get comfortable.
but seeing that the struggle for Lily, is like the hearing struggles and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
the speech.
Yeah, hearing and speech, I don't necessarily.
I don't consider that making her dumb, but it's like seeing her like now, like really recognizing the words, like actually starting to read more and stuff like that. And it's like she's really smart because of what she's had to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, is that a fair assessment? Because I'm gonna call my kids smart and the golden children
Mm-hmm.
until they're 80, you know, because they my kids.
This is a conversation that I actually had with a cousin. It's the Aristotle quote that said, "It is a mark of an educated mind to entertain a thought without accepting it." And the conversation that got me into using that quote with someone
Mhm.
was honestly about religion and
Sit down, man.
her non-acceptance of other religions other than Christianity.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't understand what you are missing about other
You
language. I
finna
mean, not
mess
other
up, man.
languages,
What are you
other
doing?
religions, because they exist.
Uh-huh.
You can entertain. I'm not saying you need to go to, why is this happening
Come on, Lily.
to me? I was saying to her that you don't have to go out and try to learn the practices and rituals of other religions for you to say that you understand it, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be a Muslim to have ever read from the Quran,
Mhm.
right? That was the comment that I was getting to her. And it was like always being willing to try to learn is part of it for me.
Yeah.
Seeing where somebody's coming from
Yeah. That's what you said all that to say.
to dumb it down.
Yeah, you needed to dumb it down. 'Cause I was like, man, what is she talking about?
Okay.
I got lost, man. I'm sorry. I got lost, but you found me. You found me. And then the kids was moving and stuff too. It's cool. Um, but yeah, man, I was just thinking about that just because it's like, oh, and I was also looking at something on YouTube because apparently, guys, update on my 100K social media challenge.
I quit.
My social media manager quit on me.
I
So I've been rocking it by myself for the last week. Um,
didn't quit a week ago.
when did you quit?
A few days ago.
So I've been rocking it by myself for the last week or two.
That's why I quit.
But
It's an unpaid position. The talent is just rude.
am I really? I ain't rude, man. I just had tried to have a conversation with you about what we're doing.
Okay, not rude. Talent doesn't listen. This feels like that social media thing where people be like the suspect is
Yeah. Right. I said I wanted to do that with you, but I know you ain't running. Uh
rude.
Oh man, that's too funny. But yeah, she quit on me, man. So I've been looking up stuff to do. So when I figure it out, I'm gonna let y'all will be the first ones, or probably the second one, because I'm gonna tell her. But I'll let y'all know. Cause I've been looking up what I could be an expert at, you know. So I don't know. Anyway, let's anything else happen this week that you wanted to talk about
Mm-mm.
before I get into the episode?
No.
We usually give like 20 minutes of stuff from the week that we thought about.
Lily had a dance at school yesterday, and they have this thing called the snack shack. So I sent Lily to school with her wallet to buy snacks and to get admission to the dance, which was also not admission to the dance. It was literally just for more snacks. She had $11. Don't be trying to tell me to shush. She had $11
Bro, pull your pants
and
up,
she had
man.
it balled up in her wallet. Her teacher calls me and was like, "Mom, did you know that Lily's wallet is here?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's only $11 in the wallet."
Sit down.
And she said it looks like a lot more money than that, but hold on. So they went through and unballed all the money, counted it all out. Lily picked the things that she wanted because they had like snack packs.
Lily tried to do what Smokey did, the big word.
Make it enough.
150, 160.
So she picked one of the snack packs that had like candy, a sucker, some cotton
Y'all can't
candy,
figure
some
it out. One of
chips,
y'all
and some
figure it
more
out.
stuff in it. Everything that you don't get to eat at home, you bring. I mean, eat at school, you bring home.
Lily.
Lily got home and couldn't find half of this stuff. She was like, "Somebody lost my cotton candy. Who is somebody? Nobody has
Lily,
been with
stop.
you except for you." So needless to
Just let
say,
me go,
we
man.
know that she can't go to school with more than $5 for the dance the next time. So we limit the number of snacks that she can buy and can bring home. What?
I look up, there's a foot.
You did it.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Quad did it. She hit Quad with the sock
Why did you hit him?
because he took it off. Quad's gonna beat Lily up one
Oh.
day. Anyway, man, let's get into it, man. What's the man, I don't know how to transition to this Netflix
Go
thing.
ahead. Just talk about
So we missed last week because we had some company in town. Hold on. Hey, hey, hey. Y'all calm down, man. Come on. Come on.
it.
Come on.
Tommy wants
Let's
to
go.
talk about
Let's
this.
go. Let's go. Let's go.
What's his name? Jake Paul
Jake Paul. Yeah.
fighting Mike Tyson. Jake Paul, who is in his
Come on.
late
Come on.
20s.
You too.
Mike Tyson, who is in his late 50s.
Yeah.
And they fought on Netflix. I did not attempt to even watch this fight. I don't really watch boxing, so it's not strange that I didn't watch this fight. I do remember though, as the fight was about to get started, I didn't know that it was getting started. Let me preface it by saying that. Um, I called Tommy to talk about lighting options in the bathroom. I was like, we should get some of those LED strip lights that are motion sensors. So when you walk in the bathroom at night, the floor glows and you don't have to turn on anything to get, all the way into the bathroom. and he just was like, this thing is about to start. I can't watch it on TV. I gotta call you back. I didn't know what thing he was talking about. Turns out the thing was the fight. I just got us up to date with me calling you in the
Oh
middle of you trying to watch the
man, I
fight.
was like, dog, like, cause every fight, like Netflix, I have to give it to Netflix for the idea,
Mm-hmm.
but the action behind it, like, this is like their third or fourth live thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Chris Rock, I watched it live, and it was fine.
They did Two Love Is Blinds.
I didn't watch those, but you were
I
saying
haven't.
that
I
those
didn't watch them either, but the internet was in an uproar.
right, right. It was so bad that they had to
Mm-hmm.
take it down and just upload it
Mm-hmm.
like later. Um, and then this one, I didn't have a problem until Tyson and well, it was actually right before the girls. Man, the girls. I can't remember their names because obviously I wasn't watching it to watch their fight, but
Was their fight the one directly before?
yeah,
Okay,
man, and they fight was a fight.
I heard.
Like they cheated the girl that lost.
It sounds like they
Did you see that girl's face?
like they should have had Spodio the Dopalicious in the background.
Yeah. Did you see her face?
Yes.
Ooh, wait. I was like, good God. But yeah, so their fight was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get to the Tyson fight and you start buffering. And I was watching it on my Xbox and it would, because it would for some reason it wouldn't play directly from on the TV, saying I need a new TV. But
Netflix pisses me off with this because we had with our old cell phone carrier, we had free Netflix, but you couldn't cast it to the TV because it was Netflix with ads. Netflix is finding a way to make it our fault that things aren't working on their side.
yeah,
Like your TV don't support this. My TV supports everything else that has ads.
my TV supports live TV.
Who would have thunk it? But all of a sudden, it don't support live TV when it comes to Netflix. Whatever you're doing, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
And so I temporarily boycotted Netflix, but for some reason, Tommy won't let me completely boycott them because he always turning on something that's on Netflix.
Yeah, I
One
did.
Beauty and the Black on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yep, that was
Okay.
one of
Go
them that
back up
he.
there. What do you want? Watch it on your tablet. Go ahead. That's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. Um, but yeah, so we get to the Tyson fight, it starts buffering. So I have to switch from my Xbox to my phone.
He watched television until television went off.
Right. So it's like when I switched from my phone, I didn't have that many issues. It'll buffer, but it'll be like, and I was just like downgrade the quality, let it play. Because I want to see this fight. Because
Is that the issue with the Xbox? Is the Xbox doesn't allow for downgraded quality?
no, it allows it. It's just it was Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix was, I don't know what, like it's a lower quality video from my phone anyway. And I don't know why Netflix has that issue. I guess it's the servers are being overpowered or something like that. Um but
They paid too much money to the X and not enough money
well, I
for
mean, like
the
I think what it
for the
is, it's like,
server.
man, it's like the explanation of 5G versus 2G internet. It's too many people on the highway. It's gonna cause a traffic jam. And those traffic jams are the buffering. And because they got over, I know it was over
Mm.
60 million households watching it, is what they said. It's a lot of people was watching this because it's Mike Tyson.
It makes me wonder though, how many of these actually were actual households watching this versus them trying to inflate the numbers to make it seem like everything's fine. Everything's fine.
What was crazy was seeing that people, like I think Antonio Brown went live during the fight and 6 million people were watching his live.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that is wild to think of.
Because his TV worked. Was his TV plugged in?
No, it was his phone. He was there.
Oh, he was at the fight.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was there. So it's like, man, you look at Netflix and you're like, man, what is going on? They got sued.
By who?
somebody in Florida. Florida man sued Netflix.
Of course. I guess she
Man,
mad at
I
you.
was gonna say you need to talk to your daughter.
Netflix is too old and got too darn much money for these live streaming events to be a mess. And then they just keep getting rewarded with more live streaming opportunities because Netflix and NFL have a deal now.
But they're changing the game.
They're changing the game of you not being able to
No, no,
watch.
no, no, no. Like I was like, all in all, man, I was still able to see the fight. Like, yes, it was. I had to change. I had to do this. I had to do that, and the buffering. But the idea that they had, it's like, all right, well, we saw this many people who were doing it, and I think Beyonce is gonna be at the next one. So,
She's gonna be at the Christmas halftime.
but
She's gonna be the Christmas halftime
if
performance.
you didn't fail, right,
Hmm.
you don't know how to fix it or
Yeah,
improve it.
I get that,
You want
but
it. You want it to run smooth because it should. Because yes, they do have a lot of money. They do. They
and it's
are.
not just that they have a lot of money. It's that we have all this money. We are constantly passing on the costs to the consumer,
Yeah.
and nothing is getting better.
That's what's gonna happen with these tariffs. But I ain't. I ain't talking about that. But like it's. I look at Netflix and I look at what they're trying to do.
Hmm.
I think Amazon Prime, like, and it's different because of where Netflix is coming from. They like are starting to move into more things, but they are. If you think about what's the movie MGM Studios,
Hmm.
right? They're becoming that.
That's what they're trying to
Yeah,
become.
that's what they're trying to become, but just encompassing everything.
Yeah,
Amazon
that's
has made
Love
it.
Is Blind is the show that crashed a couple years ago, and apparently it also crashed this year too.
Did it?
Not as bad as the first year. The first year, the servers just got so overloaded that they ended up just continue like they kept pushing it back, pushing it back, pushing it back, and then they just decided to film it and then upload the filming of it.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like, man, you push that envelope, see where you failed and improve.
Mhm.
Now I don't know, like the NFL thing should go without a hitch.
Why should it?
Because I mean, like you failed enough. Like you know what your issue is.
But I think that it's an underestimating of how many people are going
I think
to
that's what it is.
tune in.
I think that's what it
And I
is.
think what we have to what not we, because obviously I don't have a dog in that fight. I think that one of the things that they need to do is just expect that every account is going to be logged in.
Hmm.
And if I pay for up to 4 screens, expect that all 4 of my screens
Yeah,
are going
are
to
gonna
be
be used
logged
at the
in.
same time.
Because if I'm traveling and you're at home, we both should still be able to
Right.
watch
And watch it
because
together.
I paid for it.
Right.
Don't take away from the experience that you claim that I had. And also in February, don't turn around and be like, sorry, y'all, the price is going back up again because we ain't got no money because we done spent all this money to allow all of these
Hmm.
events to happen and we're shelling out millions of dollars on a poor product.
But yeah, and that's it. And that was the other thing too. Is like, man, you got to improve what you're putting out because I feel like the movies that they're putting out for like every 5 movies, you
Mhm.
may get one good one.
And a lot of Netflix's things are just licensing.
Yeah, but
They're
no, no,
not
no.
doing they're I know they're doing original content,
Yeah,
but the majority of the things that I would go to Netflix to watch are not the original content. I'm literally going for the licensed stuff.
yeah. But I like for me, I go on there search what's new, and they always put their newest movie, But they're getting. I know Kevin Hart has done a lot of stuff on there. It's what's his name?
They've had a lot of wins, don't get me wrong, with the original content that they put out as far as the content is
Yeah,
concerned. Like Family Reunion, I really like that
yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah.
We watched the Upshaws, I like that show. Um I'm trying to think of what else they put.
Avatar was a good
I
one for
didn't
me.
watch
I
that.
know you didn't watch it, but I did. The
Um
movie, I think it was a movie. No, it was a series.
in all of its Tyler Perryness,
Tyler Perry. Yep.
Beauty in Black was better than I thought it was gonna be.
It was. I s-
and and
what was the
I want
part where you
somebody
was
to be a
like,
doctoral thesis on Tyler Perry and how you get sucked into the shows. But I also understand how you can lose
so you
somebody.
think I'm dumb?
Uh,
I don't think you smart.
no, you think I'm dumb? Yeah, I think you're dumb. So you think I'm stupid?
I just told you. I just told you
I
that I
told you
thought you was
exactly
stupid,
what I
dumb,
thought of you.
don't have common sense. Something's wrong with you
And that
mentally.
question further proves my point.
um, so I want to briefly talk about the fight
Mhm.
because kudos to everybody that was involved.
Mhm.
You know,
It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, Sharon.
it was definitely better than
Tommy was the catalyst in us continuing to watch. And I have to give him like I have a Tyler Perry show that I've been sucked into, and after every episode, I have a rant.
yeah,
But I'm still watching.
yeah. I know the moment that he got me, and I said it too. I was like, "Damn!"
What was the moment?
It was after the first
I'm
episode.
saying what happened.
I don't remember. I don't
Oh.
remember what happened in that show, but I remember saying he got me because now I'm curious to know what happens next. But it just takes too long.
That's the biggest issue with Tyler Perry shows. That was why he lost us on the have and the have nots. If your show comes on Tuesday nights and I miss 2 Tuesdays in a row and I don't go back, it's real easy for me to just be like, I ain't going back.
Hmm.
Because it just takes so
It's entirely
long.
too long. Yeah,
Like I've been watching Sisters, but I know had I not binged like the first 6 seasons, I think it was
yeah,
6 or 7 seasons. I like binged those over the course of 2 weeks.
yeah,
Had I not done that, I would not be invested in the show. Like if I had to wait for a Tuesday night to watch
yeah,
it, wouldn't have made it through the
yeah,
first season.
yeah. That's something I talk to a coworker of mine all the time about sex scenes in TV shows and movies. I be thinking to myself like as a younger Tommy would have been like all into it, you know. Oh yeah, you know. But now I be looking at him like, what's the point of this?
Does it carry the story along?
Right. Can you show me that they had sex without showing all of this? Because this is just prolonging something that you could have focused on some dialogue than this. You could have closed the door, showed her,
Tyler Perry shows are definitely not dialogue heavy. They are pregnant pause heavy. And
they are stage plays, just with
yeah,
shows or audiobooks with
and they have
people
to
acting to it.
like draw out these scenes for no
It's
reason.
it's like I wonder if he wrote a book.
He
Like
did write a book. I
no.
haven't listened to it.
If he wrote a book like my girl
Frida.
Frida
Mhm.
McFadden. Y'all okay, side note. Side side mission.
Mhm.
Frida McFadden is an author who writes these thrillers. I think she got a book called The Handmaid's Tale.
I don't know.
Um,
It might not be the Handmaid's Tale.
it might not be. That might be a Netflix show. Let me check my Audible.
I'm looking her up. Keep talking.
But
It's called The Housemaid.
The Housemaid. But they're like thrillers. I enjoy them, and I shouldn't. She wrote one about it was called The Teacher. So the premise of the book was the teacher was a high school teacher in I think Massachusetts. It's one of them northern states. Maine,
Mhm.
Massachusetts, one of them. Minnesota.
Oh
Is
dear Lord.
Minnesota a state?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, so the teacher was basically going through, and it's legal. Like it's morally incorrect, but it's legal for them to do it. Um, was going through and having relationships with the students,
Mhm.
like some of the art students, and he was married and yada yada this that. But it's an intriguing book.
Mhm.
So if you guys are into books, that's my recommendation. I'm gonna start a book club.
You should get on Book Talk.
Yeah, probably not.
It's
Um,
just literally people on TikTok. talking about books that they've read
Oh,
and giving recommendations
I
for other
still feel
things.
like I be cheating though, because I listen to them instead of reading them.
Okay.
But she got big words in the book, so I might try to read it. Maybe not. Anyway, but Tyler Perry, man, he needs to write a book, and I wonder if that would, because they have to describe the scene to get you to see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what he does in his series and his movies and whatchamacallit, his TV shows or
Mm-hmm.
Netflix shows and stuff like that. So it's like it's hard to, you get it. He's a great writer, but somebody else needs to go in there and help him too.
Mm-hmm.
Um
He needs a team, and but you know what? I haven't watched in a long time, and I didn't realize that they were still putting out new episodes. House of Pain doesn't have the dialogue issue that his dramas do.
it did.
It doesn't. I tried to watch an episode recently.
Good morning, D Brown.
I tried to watch an episode recently, and as I watched that episode, I was like, it doesn't have the timing issues of the drama shows. And I don't know if that's because of the actors
Hmm.
or if it's because he has improved in his writing on that particular
Man,
show.
you would think though, like people's writing has improved some, but for Tyler Perry, it's more so of this works. I ain't finna fix it because it's working. This dude's a billionaire.
Well, my thought process with the if it's getting fixed for House of Pain, why isn't it also translating into the newer things or these shelved scripts, like things that he like wrote in the past,
Yeah.
and he's like now got the deals in place to where he can put out all the things that were like in his head over the years.
Hmm. I don't know. But yeah, and another thing too about Tyler Perry is I don't think he liked black men.
Mm-mm.
Or his depiction or his thought process of black men are very negative,
Mhm.
because you think about Beauty and Black, every black man in that movie was something was wrong with them, the main characters.
Mhm.
Now you have the side
You
guys.
have the son who had a drug problem
Yeah,
and a women problem.
right,
The other brother who also had a drug problem and a men problem.
right.
The daddy was sick and wanted to explore his
But
sexuality.
the daddy had an issue with his children.
Mhm.
But it's like
No, I was just talking about them, like singularly.
that's something that I was thinking about for my dad cast was like when you have kids that you wouldn't be friends with. You know what I'm saying? Because you grow up and become your parents' friends.
Mhm.
You know, you still their child, but you can say, "Yeah, I'm your friend." Because I know we've all heard,
I ain't your little friend.
"I ain't your little friend."
Lily's never gonna let me do that. She'd be like, "You're my best friend." I told her you
I
were my
told
best
Lily that
friend
the
one
other day,
day.
man.
I told her that you were my best friend. She was like, "What about me?"
But it's like, man, and you know, it's like the mind of that dad, you know, and stuff like that. These people are great actors, some of them.
I will say that, Deshauna, I think that it is a nod to the actors and their comfortability with following the script, but making it more real. But I also see other issues. What's her name that played the mama on Beauty in Black? Debbie Morgan? Is that her
I
name?
don't know.
I noticed some places where she could have taken a little bit better control of the scenes. But
And she's a more experienced
right.
actress.
But then like I watched the spinoff of Sisters Zatima, and I think that I can definitely tell where the issues are in the script and not in the actors acting, because they're just following the script. It's just hard to make these things believable. Like Tyler Perry builds a lot of suspense in not saying anything.
Hmm.
And like it's like a whole lot of I'm gonna tell you about it later. And it was like, no, tell me now. No, I'm gonna tell you about it later. And you spend like a whole 3 minute scene on that back and forth. I'm like, nobody does that in
Mm-hmm.
real life.
Yeah.
But
You think I'm stupid? No, I think you
they
stupid.
I think that the people who are more willing to make these characters their own and do what they need to do are the ones that can try to fill in these gaps and make the dialogue better, because he also is a one take
Mm-hmm.
production. Unless you just completely screwed up the scene,
Yeah.
we going back and forth
Yeah.
and we're gonna get it all out and then we're gonna move on to the next scene. Because they were saying that they filmed like 22 episode seasons in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
It's just like y'all go back home to y'all families because I'm done.
Yeah.
Bye.
Um. Speaking
You want
of,
me to help you segue?
no, I was gonna talk about Cross. It's an Amazon show
Mm-hmm.
that has all this Hodge.
Don't know who
And
that
this
is.
guy's like, if you watch Black Adam, he was the Hawk guy in it. That's the only thing I can remember. He's been in a lot of stuff, but that's the one thing I can remember him in. He did an amazing job at that. I watched it in a weekend, and he did a really good job as Cross. That was a Tyler Perry played Alex Cross
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't
in
a
the
Tyler
movie.
Perry.
No, it wasn't a Tyler Perry production, but Tyler Perry
He
played
was
played that.
just the actor.
Yeah.
How was his acting?
Who, all this, or
Tyler
it
Perry.
was Tyler? It was what you thought it was. Like Tyler Perry was played in. He does good with other people's stuff.
I've never watched him in
Like
anything
he
else
was
he's
in
been in.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He,
Didn't see that.
um, dang, Alex Cross. He did his thing. Like he ain't winning no awards and stuff because for it, but I mean he did the job. He made it believable. That's all you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's like you see that and you see his like that movie and the genre of that character,
Mm-hmm.
right? But yeah, if you haven't, I forgot where I was. You threw me off with the how was Tyler Perry doing with that?
Oh,
But Alex
sorry.
Cross, man, the show on Amazon was pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
and that should be checked out. Even with Tyler Perry and with Megan Good, what was that movie?
Divorce in the Black.
Divorce in the everything's in the black.
He's in his in the black bag.
Yeah. Divorce in the Black was pretty good, but the acting, I think they
It
just
was
did.
it was a lot of over dramatization that take him out the casket.
Yeah.
What?
That was shock value,
What?
and stuff. But I think Megan Good did pretty good with what she had and how she doing, but she's not. You look at Megan Good, yeah, you can recognize her and you understand her and stuff like that, but she's not one of those um great.
Yeah, I wouldn't put her on my great actress list.
Right, right, right. You wouldn't be like,
She got a Kerry Washington lip quiver.
does she?
Yeah.
Like she has to do more. You know what I'm saying? Like she has to. I wouldn't put Megan Good on, like if I had the choice of top three actresses to do whatever, I wouldn't put her there.
Mhm.
If she was starring in a movie, she would need a co-star
Mhm.
that was in it.
Mhm.
You know, but she also has to do more stuff, big time productions.
Mhm.
Like she was in Shazam, but she was a side person.
I'm trying to really think of the things that I remember making good big in.
Cousin Skeeter is the thing that comes to mind all the
Mhm.
time. And when I realized it, because I thought she was beautiful back then, because she's like 2 years older than me or something like that.
It's more than 2 years.
Is it?
She 43.
She a few years older than me, but she was fine then.
Cousin Skeeter, and then I always remember her as the little girl in
And
Friday.
Friday, yeah. Uh, but she has to do more stuff. Now they got married, or her and Jonathan Majors got engaged.
Mhm.
You know, him, he was on a trajectory to become one of the bigger stars. I
John-
personally think.
Jonathan Majors and Megan Good's relationship seems like you should be like, if you're okay, blink. Like, if you're not okay, blink
Why do you
twice.
say that?
Have you seen how, like, okay, first off, they got together on the heels of his domestic violence thing.
Yeah.
It was like,
What was the outcome for that? Before we go further,
I think he got probation.
so he hit this girl, or what
I
did they
don't
figure out?
know that he hit her.
Because she claimed he hit her, right?
I don't remember. Let's see. His ex-girlfriend had a defamation lawsuit against him, and she dropped that.
Hmm.
And that's actually happened this week as well. So in addition to them getting engaged,
Yeah.
like his I didn't realize he's 10 years younger than her. Megan Good is who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Um so it says that she sustained minor injuries to her head and neck. Was the issue with the ex-girlfriend.
Hmm.
Um and he went on trial for assault. He pled not guilty to misdemeanor assault and harassment charges. And then some people that were around came to, I guess, his defense
Yeah.
and was like, I don't know what happened, but he ended up being found guilty of one count of reckless assault in the third degree and a charge of harassment as a violation. And then he was acquitted on another charge of assault and one on aggravated harassment. I don't know what the difference
So
between reckless
basically,
assault
yeah,
is.
I don't get what's going on there. So basically, it was he say she say, and we just gonna charge you with something.
Mhm. And he was sentenced to 52 weeks of a domestic violence intervention program and probation.
Yeah.
So that happened in April of this year. So he should be on, like,
The,
in April, he'll
yeah.
be done with that.
Okay. Um, that ruined his career.
It did. Now, what was the Disney movie that he was in? Ant-Man?
I can't believe you called that a Disney
Was
movie.
it Disney?
That's Marvel.
Is that not Disney?
But I'm just
Is it
yes,
not Disney?
you're absolutely.
Oh, okay.
He was the big villain in Ant Man.
And that was the last big
Kang.
thing he
He
did,
was
right?
Kang, and Kang was supposed to be the new Thanos.
Okay.
Was rumored to be the new Thanos.
And they have since continued the franchise without him?
Yeah,
Okay.
like they're gonna have like I'm assuming that they're gonna come out with a new Avengers like movie at some point and not use him.
Okay.
Either they're gonna replace him as Kang or replace Kang the Conqueror altogether.
So what makes me, like, first off, I've always thought that the relationship between him and Megan was a little bit weird. But I've also thought he was a little bit weird, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
I wonder if, what's the guy's name that did Birth of a Nation? Nate.
Robinson. No, that's the basketball player. Nate something. His name is Nate.
Nate. You remember how
He was in Great Debaters, wasn't
I don't remember. You remember how Nate had the case and it was like he was on the trajectory to,
he?
like,
Yeah, yeah.
be this big star,
Hmm.
and then that case happened, and it felt like Jonathan Majors was on that same thing, but Nate has not done much
Yeah.
since then. Do you think that Jonathan Majors will be able to rebound?
Yeah, I think so. Jonathan Majors is a better to
Now
me,
I gotta
right?
look up that man's name, Nathaniel.
John to me, he did great. He was good, because all of them are better than me. But I think Jonathan Majors had bigger roles
Mm-hmm.
coming.
Turn Nat.
Nate,
Wait, no,
Nate,
Nate
no,
Parker.
Nate Parker, yeah. But I think Jonathan Majors had bigger roles, and I think he just needs to go after these small roles, get people to see him again,
Mm-hmm.
and go,
What was that one movie? The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
yeah.
I remember you having me watch that movie, and I was like, I don't know what's happening.
But you kept watching it.
I did because I didn't know what was happening, and I
but
don't
it,
like watching things that I don't know what's
but
happening.
for me, that movie was very artistic. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And it's like it shows a range of things, and you just like it just because you like it. Like they
But I
clone
still
look, they
don't know.
cloned Tyrone. We didn't know what was going on in that,
That was a
but
good film,
it was a solid movie.
and we determined that Jamie Foxx had been cloned.
Yeah, at that point. But then Jamie Foxx, they saying Diddy did something to him allegedly. You got to say allegedly. And Cat Williams said you got to tell Diddy no.
Speaking of Cat, he is about to open up a film studio.
I don't really have nothing
I
to
find
say.
I don't want to say I find that interesting, but Cat Williams has a weird little mind.
Yeah,
And I'm wondering what types of productions he's going to be trying to drum up, or if he's just going to have the space and allow for other
a
people to
lot of
utilize the
there's
space.
somebody else that what's what's my man's name? Mackie Robinson, is that his name?
Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie, that's it. He
I'm like, that
he
is
was
not my
planning to buy like some land and build a studio in, I think, in New Orleans.
name.
Um, that seems like the thing to do, man. With Cat Williams though, I'm sorry, man. I don't know if you guys like Cat Williams or not. I ain't saying I don't like him. I think he has some great roles, like Alligator Man in Atlanta. He was awesome at that. It's perfect for him. He played it well.
He was a
Um,
great pimp named Slickback.
Great pimp name Slipback. He was a great pimp on next Friday. Pimp Chronicles was probably his best stand up to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we was having that conversation about our favorite comedians a few weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody said Cat Williams. I was just like, man, I ain't laughed at a joke of his in years.
Yeah, Cat's most recent stand up I attempted to watch and I couldn't get into it. But you can take me back to like It's Pimpin' and Pimp Chronicles. I thought those were funny.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I haven't really I ain't laughed at him since he got into a wonder on the radio.
yeah. But it's like you look at uh his stand up, like the most entertaining thing that he's done recently was Shannon Sharp's podcast, Club
Hmm.
Shay Shay, and for me it's more so of a ousting thing than anything.
And I want Shannon Sharp to stay in a topic area when he interviews. Cause he be like all over the
Yeah,
place.
he's
He be like, okay, now tell me about your childhood. Now last Thursday, you did this. It's totally unrelated to the childhood
yeah,
question. And then he'll come back to 20 minutes later. So your grandmama raised you?
he gets it.
But
It's a working formula.
I think I don't know. I'm gonna use this as the Netflix thing too. It's not a working formula. It is what we have.
That's true, but I mean, like, if
We
it's
have to stop mistaking things for being what we have and what's working.
yeah,
Because what we have is people are coming on Club Shay Shay and they are comfortable enough to word vomit with him.
yeah,
But is he good at reeling the word vomit back in? No. Like one person that I think is really, really good in the interviewing space,
me, I know.
Lauren LaRosa.
Oh,
We've
she,
been talking a lot about her in the
yeah,
Breakfast Club
yeah,
and her sitting in for Just Hilarious. I had stopped watching the Breakfast Club, right?
yeah,
But then when I saw that when I saw this one, I can't remember which interview it was, but I saw one interview of Lauren LaRosa sitting in and her asking questions. She stays on the subject and she's asking good questions.
hmm,
I think that if Shannon had someone like her to help coach him, or as a secondary person sitting beside him, the interviews would be less chaotic.
And
And I
if
think you still would have gotten like all of the Cat Williams gems
yeah,
out of it.
yeah,
But I think that it would have told a better
yeah.
story.
And I personally think with the platform or the format that he does, it doesn't bother me because it's like you're getting the views that you want. You're getting the interviews that you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're saying what they need to say. Yeah, Cat Williams came on there and you went up a tier. You're winning all these wars on off the back of Cat Williams's interview because I watch Club Shay Shay because I want to see Shannon Sharp do his thing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when he was on the show with Skip Undisputed, Skip was kind of like throwing jabs at him, and I didn't like it.
Mhm.
And Shannon was the newer person in that realm, and I was like, all right, cool. So it's like now you're creating your own lane, which most of us look at it and chill out. Most of us look at it and we're like, okay, we should let's look and see what this man is doing,
Mhm.
type of thing. But what do you need?
She just wants to sit with you.
Sit back.
She did a terrible job whispering
She
though.
did. But man, looking at his show now, he's got it. You know, he getting the interviews that he need and it's working for him.
I think that though we have to have the, is it working or is it what we have? And we have to accept that this is what we have, but not say that it's working.
Yeah.
I think that that's my line of thought of thinking as it pertains to him and his interview style.
Yeah.
But we got 3 minutes left. Is there anything else that you had on your list you want to bring
Black Friday has been all month.
up? Black Friday has started in most retail establishments
Black
as
Friday
of
started on
November
October 31st.
1st. No, really, because we went to, or I went to Target like 2 or 3 days before Halloween.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what I was going in there to get, but I walked past what was the Halloween section,
Hmm.
and they had already on like October 27th condensed Halloween down by 3 aisles
Yeah.
and had started putting out Christmas.
Hmm.
And I'm like, what we in a rush for? What we doing?
I don't know. Christmas been here since October 16th.
No, it's Hobby Lobby has had Christmas stuff out for like a long
So
periodical time.
it's like for me, I'm curious to see what Black Friday, like the actual day, what type of sales, or if it's gonna be even any other type of sales. What I can appreciate though is I remember like going on Black Friday, getting up at like 3 or 4 in the morning to just go in the store, and I was just told to stand in line. You know, I remember the time me and you went, and we just
We went on Thanksgiving night.
yeah, because that was the new thing, Black Friday early. You know,
We went to Best Buy, and Tommy was like, "It's too many people in here. Let's go."
yeah,
And then we went, and we had no like intentions of buying
yeah, we was
anything.
just in there.
And then we went to the mall, and I ended up buying some boots at Macy's. But it was like, it was just so, the boot section wasn't chaotic because they just had all the boots on the table standing up,
What?
and it was a lot. If y'all watch the game show Wheel of Fortune, please tune in 11:29 on Black Friday. I'll be a contestant on there. Okay, I'm gonna have to put that on my
D
calendar.
Brown
Look, hold on.
on Wheel of Fortune. Now don't become a meme.
Please don't. Poor coupon.
What's Wheel of Fortune? They spin the wheel against the valves and stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can find it and record
Please
it
don't
that
become
day.
a meme because I'm gonna talk about you, D Brown.
11. Oh no, it's not showing on my screen for Black. I mean, on my thing for Black Friday.
Green shirt, got
I don't know. Do you know the episode number?
you. Don't it just come on at once?
No, here it doesn't have a Friday. It has Monday through Thursday, and then it skips to the next week.
Oh,
So it's nothing showing for Friday where we are.
oh, all of them say Great Escapes. We got you though. We gonna review it. Deep fry.
If we can find it.
I don't know what you just said. I
I
don't know
promise I
where we're
didn't do
going.
nothing crazy. I was super nervous, but I think I did good. All I know is it airs 11/29,
I got
24.
you.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in my calendar to watch Wheel of Fortune
I'm
because I
finna
ain't
put
got
it
nothing to do.
I'm putting it on my record list so that if it doesn't come on the 29th for
Oh,
us, I can still find it.
okay. I know you got to do some more stuff to get some
All
more.
right.
But
What you gonna
guys,
tell the people?
it's an hour.
You gonna tell them thank you?
We didn't have the hour. We finna get on. What he say?
Thank you.
Uh, okay,
Say see
Lily.
you later. Okay.
All right, Lily. Go ahead. Say what you gonna say.
What you gotta say?
Anyway,
That
guys.
was so
Hey, we finna
lackluster.
get on out of here, man. We been here. Um, I got some stuff I need to do as far as like my social media since my social media
Good
uh
day. Bye y'all.
manager quit on me. But anyway, guys, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys for rocking with us this morning. If you can, I think we're gonna do the panel tomorrow with Jackie Glenn and Talisa. So be on the lookout for that. I
Oh
think
yeah,
we're
because I
doing
don't
that.
have to get a child ready for school Monday, so it'll be a little bit
Um
easier.
and yeah, be on the lookout for all the new stuff that I put out because I gotta get it together myself. But again, we love you guys. Have a great Saturday, and we out. Peace.
Bye y'all.